In this section, we will be trying to understand how to conduct a behavioral interview. So in the previous section, we have understood how to write the interview questions and develop the associated rating scale. It's now time to prepare for it's now time to prepare for and conduct your interview. In addition to having a detailed understanding to the position, behavioral competencies necessary for the success of the questions and rating scale, it is critical that the interviewers are clear on what is expected out of them in the interviewer role. The first step, however, is determining who will conduct the behavioral interviews. That is what we call as the selecting the interviewer. When selecting the interviewer, do not base on your selection decision solely on the convenient schedules of the potential interviewers. It is imperative that you think strategically about responsibility of conducting fair and effective interviews to ensure that the interviewers you have selected are right people for the right role. For that, you'd like to when you are planning to select the interviewer, you want to involve the interviewers who represent a strategic need in serving the interviewers, that is the hiring manager, the key members of the team, the informal supervisor, important organizational stakeholders. They have this thorough knowledge of the job and can assess the job's critical behaviors and technical competences, can hold a comfortable decision with the potential candidates rather than interrogation, can access for the team fit team for the observation and the cultural fits. If possible, always use the same stakeholders to conduct all the interviews for a single position to help and ensure consistency in the rating. Once you have selected the interviewers or the interviewers your interviewers or to be sure that they have received the behavioral interviewing technique. So that is why it is always says that behavioral interviewing technique is not only for the HR department, it's for all the employees, all the employees who are with there playing the role of an interviewer. Okay. Now, when we are select the selection of the interviewer will be on the basis of different criteria just discussed earlier, and then on the basis of that we can identify and train them on how the interview process or the behavioral interview techniques actually works for. A good or the best practices is that when there is more than one interviewers is to have all the interviewers review the behavioral interview questions, the rating scale, then discuss the questions and the scale as a group to ensure that everyone is on the same page in terms of the overall approach of the interviewers and the way to interpret the answer. Either way, every interviewers must thoroughly review the interview questions and rating scale prior to the interviewer. The next is the part once you have selected the interviewer, then you have to open up the interview on the day of the interview. The first thing is that we have the opening of the interview. The manner in which the HR professional or the hiring manager interview the application can be the pivotal role in identifying and retaining the top candidate for a job. A successful and the effective interview is one in which both the interviewer and the interviewer receive comprehensive and accurate information in order to make informed decision on the basis of evidences about the applicant's suitability for the job. The interview process can be stressful for both the interviewer as well as the interviewee. In normal for an applicant to be nervous, so the interviewer should try to put the person at ease from the moment he or she enters the room. Displaying a calm, confident, and friendly demo through good body language is particularly important. It is important as well as the interviewer to be conducting and setting in a quiet and free of the distraction, and that both the interviewer and the interviewee can stay relaxed and focused. Before commencing with the prepared question, the interviewer should be first introduce him his or her self, and also his or her role in the organization. He should describe, if it is in the panel interview, the person need to introduce all the panel. He should then describe the interview processes to the application and ask if she has any questions before the interview begin. And then once it is done, the candidate seems to be, at this point the interviewer will want to recap the position and what it entails. This helps the applicants to understand the questions more knowledgeably and also consider again whether he or she is genuinely interested in the job. The interviewer can ease the tension further by encouraging the applicants to talk about a particular interest, perhaps something on the person's resume. To gain much more information as possible from the applicants, the interview could ask certain questions that create an atmosphere and promotes communication. For example, the appropriate opening of the question could include, tell me a bit about the work background, or tell me about why you are changing the last job, and a similar question that we actually asked in the unstructured interview. Now, when we ask this kind of questions that is there in the case of unstructured interview, it actually helps the person to calm down. And because every time, even when we go for the interview, being a senior or junior, or whenever there is an interview, we actually go through a stress. Okay, so this kind of unstructured, making the interview a little bit ease at ease, it will be actually helpful for us to go for the interview process. Once the interviewer application has finished introducing himself, describe the interview and put them the application at ease, and he can now then dive into the behavioral related questions. Behavioral questions gain part of the strength from their being standard, the same group of lead questions that has been asked in the same order to each of the candidate. Thus, it is important that the interviewer to be consistent with the way and they ask questions across the candidate. In addition, when they are asked the behavioral questions, the interviewer must listen closely and take a clear and accurate note without making the interviewee uncomfortable. When asked the interview behavioral questions, the candidates are expected to provide information in the form of a short story, not only of on the task and the activities and they have the accomplished, but how they have accomplished them. So remember when we talked about the car and the star model. Okay, so the task need to be there. So whenever the person says about the result, you need to inquire into the or get the details related to the action that the person has done and the context, in case of if you are using the car model, or then or else if you are using the star model, the situation and the task related to that. The interviewers also should encourage to provide a specific detail that the responding asking the candidates to pull evidences that the candidates achievement, how they have responded to the challenges, how they are differentiated themselves. In addition to the candidates, when candidates should answer in the term of what an individual specifically did, not only the accomplished as a team. So when the examples are that what when X happened, why to complete the goal, then rather than the word called we need to understand whether that person is getting the I or not. Okay, because we are in hiring the individual, not the team. Although the structured behavior can be a bit flexible as well, the individual conducting the behavioral interview should be probing the questions to dig a deeper into the candidate's response based on the verbal and the non-verbal cues. Typically, a behavioral questions will trigger 3 to 4 probing questions. The probing questions are basically the follow-up question asked to the candidate when the initial answers are vague, ambiguous, evasive, or do not fully addressed to the lead questions. The questions, the candidate's tone changes drastically or the word becomes negative. The candidate seems to be difficult in forming the answers or may take certain extensive pauses. Probing questions are not developed in advance for the behavioral questions. They are based on the triggers that prompted through the candidate's response to the lead questions. These type of questions or the probing questions, what we say, are grounded heavily on the interviewer's use of active listening and observation of the candidates relates to the task and the experience and how they behave in the past. This question should be open-ended and should not direct the candidates toward desired response. Some of the examples of probing question is that I am not quite sure I understood. Can you please tell me about that? Or can you please elaborate on what actually happened? Okay. And say, for example, I can ask that I think I heard the say evidence X. Did I understood correctly that you have given this answer? Okay. Or can you give me an example of a particular behavior that you are talking about as such? Now, the next important part is in case of behavioral interview is that is note taking notes. Note taking is key to your ability to revisit and remember your candidates' responses. Yet, too much note taking may unnerve the candidates or could not distract their ability to connect with the candidates at the person level. Solid note taking, however, may be your legal defense against litigation. So, taking notes is critical part of your interview documentation. In case if you are not able to ever take notes and more focused on taking the interview, you can always do the recording of the interview so that it can be you can revisit that. And because taking notes or making a recording of the interview serves the purpose on the same page, because taking interview actually will also help taking notes will also actually help you in designing the processes or designing the methodology evidences, while as the evidences can be further taken notes can be further taken out of the recording that is there. But always remember that when you are taking notes or you are making a recording, take the permission from the interviewee, because it's the interviews also in some places it's the interviews right, or they should be aware that this decision is based on that. Now, when you ask a person interviewee that the notes are being taken or the recording is being done, then they can also be assured that there will be no biasness in case of the hiring processes. Finding the right balance can often be challenging for the interviewer, since the candidates may speak at different paces, with different tones of the voices, or even with different accents. It is critical, however, that the interviewer maintain focuses and follow along with closely as possible to ensure minimal loss of the information. As noted earlier, it is good practice to let the candidates know in the beginning that you are taking notes, and then there may be pauses to minimize such of the disruptions of the interviews. There is a basic there is a basic information that the interviewer should be recorded on the interviewer form or in the beginning of the notes, such as the date, time, length of the interviews, name of the job title, and the interviewer. In addition to that information, however, the interviewer should note that the response of each of the questions highlighting key pieces of the information that are helping in evaluating each candidate according to the competences. Because there is so much of the information to record during the behavioral event interview, there are some tips apart from making keeping the recordings. Okay, so most of the persons or the organizations or the HR professionals who are actually working on the behavioral interviewing processes are now has changed their process to recording the interview, be it a video recording because video recording also helps you two ways. One is that you get the evidences from the body language that is not many a times it misses out during the time of taking the interview. And at the same time, when we recording also gives us the voice modulation apart from the general information that is there. Okay, but in case if you are not going for you are not able to go for video recording of the interview, you can use the shorthand or the key phrases to summarize the context and deliver the responses. Balance your key, notes between the maintaining the eye contact and engaging in the conversation, although it's quite difficult in this initial level, but once you keep on practicing, then it will be easy for you to design that thing. Okay. So avoid the writing down the judgment. Don't write the judgment because you have the rating scale. Okay, so always use the rating scale, but I would suggest being along as a practitioner for BEI, always take the evidences first of all the interview or all the interviewee. Okay, and after that go for the judgment. Okay, because what is happens is that we come to the judgment on the basis of some preconceived notions. Avoid rating a candidate's response until they have left the interview. Okay, so just keep on keep noting all the thing that actually happened during the time. Okay, then ensure that your note supports or justifies your rating. Okay, so once you have done the noting, then you go for the rating, and the rating of the candidate should be in equivalence with the whatever the rating you are giving, it should be in equivalent to the noting that you have done in for your organization. The next part is that you have to close the interview. Okay. A popular method for closing the interview is to say the interview is going ending and to offer the candidates an opportunity to ask the questions. Okay. This will enable the candidates to gain the clarification aspects of the position of the employment's condition, such as hours, salary, and benefits. The interviewer should answer the questions, candidates' question as frankly as possible, and it is not an appropriate time to discuss about the salary or the compensation part. Okay, perhaps that can be done on later on. The interviewer can suggest the follow-up discussion. Interview should be prepared to provide documents that describes the companies and its benefits. Okay, not the compensation and the benefit part, only the benefits why you should join the organization. And before the closing of the interviewer may wants to ask if the candidate is interested in the job based on the information provided with the candidate's availability and anything else related to that. Okay, and then the interviewer, it's a good gesture for an interviewer to help the candidate walk to the door and thank the person for the interview. Okay. Such a step can ensure the application is left with the positive impression and the interviewer of the organization. The why we do actually the closing of the interview in such a beautiful manner is that after having the food, everyone would like to have a sweet dish at the end of the day and leave our the place with a happy and mood. Even it can be that the interview may or may not end in a positive note. But as since we are not using the rating scale right during the time of interview, it is difficult for us to identify. And at the same time, the questions being asked by the candidates of the say a number of different candidates, the same question has been asked, it will be used for the comparison for the purpose to finally come to the conclusion. But always suggested that please leave the candidates with a good mood.